Okay, so this is the first time I went back to my daughter's dad. So basically, like I was saying, I was living at this goat farm. It just got to be really hard. Obviously, like I mentioned, I had to use a space heater that, um, we didn't have like central heating in the trailer. We had to sleep with electric blankets. Um, the thing that actually became the biggest problem was the fact that my daughter started, moving around more, crawling, and more than, just wanting to go all over the place. And it wasn't the best place for crawling because in addition to goats, they also had a lot of pigeons. And there was like pigeon poop almost like not covering the entire farm, but a lot of it. So I would have to either keep us in the trailer, which of course she hated, either that or like find the areas that didn't have poop, which, like I said, there were some, but it was just not too many. And then also we would go, there was actually a trail. This is kind of one of my favorite parts of it. There was this trail, it was like 5 miles long, and it led to the closest town. It just went along the railroad tracks, basically. And we would do this. So, so like I would carry her with me in one of those like backpack carriers. And then whenever she wanted to get down and play, I would just let her out and, we'd play on the trail. Because it was like just grass and like safer area. I want to like make sure I clarify there were no trains on this train, and we weren't right on the train track the whole time. So just so you know, I wasn't letting my kid like play near trains or something. It was just, it was a nice grassy area. And the other thing, we would either walk into town, or they actually also had a bus, and the bus would take us into town. Actually so the smaller town was the one we would walk to. And there was like a library and stuff. So we would go to the library because they had a children's area that was safe. Um, and then, okay, sorry, I got paused there. And then there was also a bus from our farm that we would take to the bigger town, and that had a Walmart. So we spent a lot of time at Walmart, just, walking around looking at stuff. It just, so it just got to the point where eventually my daughter's dad came out and visited us for like a couple days. He helped watch my daughter while I was like feeding the goats and stuff. And then he also helped like clean up the trailer and do, and I just got to the point where it was just like, and I could tell that my daughter also really obviously liked having her father around. He wasn't abusive to her. He kind of ignored her a lot, but during those couple of days he was there and everything. And basically he had ended up, once we lost the apartment, he moved back to the commune where we met, even though we were not allowed to go back there. He ended up going there, and because his dad owned part of the land, he was able to kind of get away with it, even though they didn't really want us there. And so what we ended up doing was after a few months of being at the goat farm, I just decided we're going to go back to Arizona. It's warmer there. And we did live in a tent for a while. We did live in a trailer part of the time. But like I said, Arizona's a lot warmer than the cold place in high desert New Mexico we were living at. And I just, at the time, I thought it was the best thing.